Hello and welcome to Houston High School Football in the Huddle. I'm Daniel Pomas, and I'm here with Coach C on Clutch. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Man, appreciate you having me, man.
Of course. To get us started, I was hoping that you could give us a little bit of your background, a little bit of how you got back to Davis High School and this district in general.
Man, it's been a heck of a story, man. I'm an Aldine baby, born and raised right here, Greenspoint, the Acres home. So to be able to come back to Davis High School and get the opportunity to lead a program, words can't explain how that feel. I started off, I graduated from Nimitz High School. From Nimitz, I had the opportunity to go to Citrus College. And from Citrus College, I went to Illinois State. Then I bounced around for a little bit, chasing after my dream. Then I got the opportunity to come back and coach at my old junior college for a season. I coached receivers over there. And after my mom got sick, I came back home and started helping with my mom. And from there, that's how I got into high school football. And my old principal, Dr. Crystal Watson, gave me the opportunity to come work at Nimitz High School. I passed my certification test, and then I started coaching under Richard Slater. I did that for about approximately 5 to 6 years. Then I got the opportunity to go be the head football coach at Booker T. Washington, where we had a 3-7 season. My first year there, then the second year, we did a remarkable job with the coaches that was around me and the kids that was around me, and we went 10-0 with the first playoff berth in about almost a decade plus in football. Then I got the opportunity to come back to my home, to my community, when the doors were open, to come to Davis High School. Word can't explain how that feel. When I walk outside these doors, I'm able to see the apartment that I grew up in. And I actually had to do a home visit when I got here, and it was to a kid that was in 1350 Greens Parkway, and his apartment number was 723, which was crazy because that was my apartment. I had to walk in there, so I got the opportunity to walk in and look at my old room and look at my old kitchen and where that was at. Words can't explain how that feels to be able to, come back and make an impact on the kids that grew up and walked the same halls and walked the same streets that I walked. So words can't explain that.
It's a whole full circle moment.
And it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, so you mentioned your second season at your previous stop that you guys made the playoffs for the first time. This year was your second season here at Davis, and you guys turned it around and made the playoffs this year. Can you kind of give your perspective on how this season started and your expectations and how you feel like you finished it out?
So how it started, when we talk about how it started, we got to go back to the first day I walked in these doors, and the only goal and the only thing that was on our mind with the coaches that came in, my offensive coordinator, assistant head coach, Coach Mills, that's been right here with me since the day I walked in. Our only job and our only focus, our only goal was to lay down the fundamental pillars. And our fundamental pillars are to make sure that our kids learn how to be winners. We had to change the mindset, change the culture, and teach our kids how to be winners. Winners in life, not winners on the field. Yeah. And in doing that, we got to teach them how to win today. And in winning today, we're going to teach you how to win in the hallways, win in the community, win in the classroom. Because I believe if you can win in those three phases, the wins on the field will come naturally. Yeah. So that was from day one. That's what it was about, and the discipline within our program. So now you fast forward to year 2. We were still homing in on those fundamental pillars, and discipline was already in place. Now we can teach them a little more football now. Yeah. So now when we open up our season, we open up with Willis with a tough opponent that ranked 10, like number 10 in the state, somewhere around there. We went out, we wanted to see where we were at. We wanted to see how much we've grown. We went out there, we competed with the opportunity to win the game in the fourth quarter. That kind of set the standard of where we should be playing at, how good we could possibly be for this upcoming year.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a tough way to start.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a tough opponent, but to kind of show that grit, kind of build that character that your team needs to be successful down the line. So how would you say your playoff experience was as a first time in the playoffs in this district?
I would say, right now, after this first year, I think we were just a little inexperienced because the school hadn't been to the playoffs in, I want to say 6 years. So with our first year being there, I think, our kids were just a little inexperienced. Yeah. So I think this year going into the playoffs, the expectation is for us to go to the playoffs here at Davis High School. I think we'll be a little more experienced. We have a little more experienced players that have been there, that have tasted, so they'll kind of know what to expect and understand the playoff intensity.
So, Coach, I know discipline and player accountability is really important to you as a coach, and that's something that you're big on with the players. Is there anybody that helped you kind of bring that philosophy in, or did you kind of make that up on your own?
No, Academics is going to be the forefront of everything we do. That's most important. Okay. Discipline. Without discipline, you can't. It's no X's and O's. If I can't get you to walk in a straight line all together, or if I can't get you to come in and clap at the same time, or if I can't get y'all to be quiet when coach talking, how am I gonna be able to get you to run a route or to pick up your assignment on the field? It'll never happen. Be a lot of chaos on the field. So, in saying that, man, there's some guys that's been with me, like my offensive coordinator, Coach Mills, Coach Penrice, Coach Williams, Coach Coach Willis. Man, there's some Coach Youngblood. There's some coaches that's been here since the day we walked through these doors that's been implementing that discipline day in and day out. And the coaches that just came along, that came along this year, man, they doing a phenomenal job. They fit right in. You know, we got some coaches that really came in and dialed in that's been here since day one, that's been holding the standard here from day one. And I appreciate those guys for that.
Yeah, it's important to have somebody to help continue that growth process and install that discipline and that accountability.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How do you what do you think some of the biggest challenges were coming into this program or this season, maybe in particular?
Just kind of what I talked about earlier, man, just changing the mindset.
Yeah.
Changing the mindset and teaching these kids how to be winners in life. And doing that, you know, that just took time. That took time. It's almost like beating a dead horse. It's almost, you know, just every day after the day, just instilling those basic principles had the toughest turn.
Do you guys feel like you developed an identity, a style of play, like something that, you said starts off the field? Do you think that's how you guys play with that discipline, that mindset?
One thing, you know, when you come play Davis High School, you know, what we try to instill in our kids is we going to fight.
Yeah.
We put them through a really a tough off season. So when we do get in the season, we're going to fight. Win, lose, or draw, you're going to fight. No matter what the outcome is, no matter if the score is 40-0, either way, we're going to fight. We're going to fight to the end, to the time, say 0-0-0 on the clock.
Yeah. Do you think that, can you tell me who some of your key contributors were, maybe on the offense, on the defense? Just kind of explain their roles on the team or how they impact everyone.
Our key contributors was the team.
Yeah.
So we were all one. We all bonded together. We all worked together. And that's from the coaches to the players. Everybody worked like a machine in order for this thing to work. It wasn't one person that worked more than the other. We're all aligned together to make this train work.
So, I mean, it really sounds like you care a lot about the kids, which is probably more important than football for a high school coach, especially. How did you kind of develop that passion for kind of nurturing these young men and to try to grow them into people that fit into society and make a difference?
Oh man, God no, why you had to ask me that? Now I got to bring her up. So, man, my mama.
Oh, okay.
I treat these kids, and I treat them and just like my mama treated me growing up. I'm gonna be tough on you, but I'm gonna love you the same. I'm gonna be tough on you. I'm gonna hold you accountable to everything you're doing. If I tell you, if you're supposed to be in a straight line every day, and every day you out of a straight line, I'm gonna correct you every day until you get it right. I'm not gonna let up. I'm gonna hold you accountable every day. So the same way my mom treated me growing up is the same way I treat these kids. I'm the first one to love them when they do something right. I'm the first one to correct them when they do something wrong. I treat everybody the same. Nobody's bigger than the program. Nobody's bigger than the team.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to do things. You want to build the team as like a family almost.
Right.
So your kind of catchphrase that I previously saw was BOD or BOD, built on discipline.
Yes, sir.
So is that like something you guys put on shirts? Is that something you guys just preach?
Actually, when we first got here, our special teams coordinator, Coach Willis, that was one of the things that he came up with. BOD was like built on discipline, and we was kind of sitting down, we just kind of talked about it, and it kind of just grew like fungus. Because that's what we're about. We're built on discipline. Discipline is one of the main things next to academics that we're gonna hang our hat on.
Yeah. So now that the season's kind of come to a close, how has it been like trying to figure out a regimen or a routine to like evaluate your season and your players, your assistant coaches, your coordinators? Is that like a long process that you kind of have to figure out as it goes, or did you have a set plan coming in and have you kind of started rolling with that?
Yeah, man, we started rolling with that. We've went back and we evaluated the season. Coordinators done evaluated, and got accumulated all that stats, fine tuning, kind of seen the direction that we want to go in spring ball, the direction we want to go in off season. All that stuff is already in place. We actually started our off season before Christmas break, so man, we're really rocking and rolling. The kids are, bought in right now. So one of the things that we talked about earlier, our kids, when we got here, changing that mindset, our kids wasn't bought in our process of how we like to do things. Right now, going into year 3 or season 3, our kids are more bought in right now. So it's less on the discipline side and having to correct and all those type of things. Now it's just about getting better each and every day, getting better. Knowing what the goal is every day when we line up here. When we come down here at 107, they know what to do, know what the goal is, they know what to expect, and they know what we're trying to do.
So how do you go about like selecting team captains, or you let the players choose? And how important is that to you? Because I know you like to kind of let the kids run the team, let the players have that accountability. So what's your process with that?
Well, after we go through our off season, the spring ball, then as the summer go, and we know kids that's coming because we got summer strength and conditioning. Before we approach going into our regular season, or would you say the preseason?
Yeah.
We have a team meeting. We go over a couple of things, but I let the kids select who the team. I let them vote on the team captain.
Is that senior exclusive, or it could be anybody? Could
Nah,
a freshman come in here and just be a
All
stud?
varsity, it's all the guys that's on varsity.
Okay.
We let them vote.
Okay.
So if that captain is a sophomore, then the captain is a sophomore, but the team votes on it.
Yeah.
I let the team make that decision, because at the end of the day, like I tell them, I'm your leader, but this is your team.
Yeah.
Coaches, we here to lead you and put you in the best situation to be successful. But at the end of the day, this is ultimately you guys' team. You guys are going out there and executing and making those plays. So at that time, then you tell me who your captains are of the team.
Yeah. So could you give us, I don't know if it's like sharing secrets, but like I know your philosophy is built on a lot of discipline and accountability, but like when it comes to the play calling or the way you guys operate on the field, what would you say your philosophy is? Is it like ground and pound? Is it through the air? Do you guys just play what's given to you? Just kind of play?
We take what they give us.
Yeah.
We try to put our players in the best situation to be successful. We try to put them in the best sets offensively to be successful. Coach Mills does a phenomenal job with setting teams up and setting plays up. We did a great job this year. One of the biggest attributes, our defense played extremely well this year under Coach Sanders. He did a remarkable job, came in this year, hit the ground running, along with some of our other hires that we made this year, Jamarcus Joshua, Coach Ray Matuire, all those guys came in and did a phenomenal job.
Yeah. How much do those guys just support you on a weekly basis? You guys are always together just trying to figure things out?
We got a great staff over here, guys that come in, that understand the profession, that understand the work, that love kids. Everybody that's in that war room has the same goal and have the same intention. They come in ready to put the kids in the best situation, to love on kids and give kids an opportunity. Yeah. Each and every day they come in to work. So I couldn't ask for a better staff. I couldn't ask for a better support system from the admin and the leadership in the building and the teachers, the camaraderie, the buy-in from the teachers and the support from the teachers and the community that we get, the support that we get from my athletic director, superintendent, and assistant ADs. We get a ton of support. Couldn't ask for a better group of people to work with.
Yeah, everybody's trying to set you guys up for success. It sounds like it's a great way to have it.
Aldine in itself, man, it's just Aldine as a whole, Aldine as a whole just does a great job.
Yeah. Do you have any games this year? It could be a win or a loss that stood out to you that may have kind of changed the course of your season, and it could be the first game if the Willis game is that for you. But are there any other games that maybe stand out as like that was a big deal for you guys?
Every game was different.
Yeah.
We had 10 games in a regular season. Every game was different. Every game was just different, tailored to itself. So every game this year was a learning experience for Davis High School. It was a learning experience for my kids, whether it was staying together, being a better teammate, understanding how to come back from being down a huge deficit, or how to hold on to a lead. Every game was a learning experience for Davis High School.
Yeah, and you guys are young under your coaching time here. You guys are young, man. You guys are just starting your journey, really. Getting your philosophy just totally planted in their heads and making that your identity. So, I mean, it sounds like you guys have a great setup for the next couple of years, especially. But I wanted to do a segment that I call Extra Point. I wanted you to give me 3 things that you think you could do better that you didn't do as well this year, 3 things that you think you did really well and you want to continue to build on, and then for the extra point, just your main goal for next season.
I would say 3 things we need to work on. 3 things we need to work. We always need work. We need overall work at everything that we do.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to fine tune everything that we do and be better at every aspect of the ball. We try to be better at every aspect of the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether it's offense, defense, and special teams. At the end of the day, we want to put our kids in the best situation so they can gain a winning edge.
Yeah.
We want an opportunity to win in the fourth quarter. I think we need to tighten up our special teams. We need to be a little bit better offensively, and we got to make sure we can stop the run in our league.
Yeah.
So I think all 3 phases have to improve in order for us to reach the success that we're trying to reach and finish the job, you know.
So then 3 things that you think you did good last year.
3 things that we did good.
It could be on or off the field.
Well, 3 things that we did good. We got 100% passing throughout the season. That's all on all levels.
That's awesome.
I think that was phenomenal. I think right now another thing that we probably did well last year, we stayed together. We just stayed together. We weathered the storm. It was some ups and some downs, but we never turned our back on each other. We never turned our back on our brother. We never turned our back on each other in the war room. So at the end of the day, that was just all things to put us on the right track and keep this thing going. And number 3,
The extra point.
extra point.
What's the main goal?
The main goal is for us next year is to be in contention to go compete for a district championship and have an opportunity to go win the first round of the playoffs.
So, Coach, I know y'all's colors are red, white, and blue, but I saw you guys had a tan jersey with E-Block on it. What does that mean?
Man, that's E-Block, man. That's when you pulled in on that street, you turned on Ella. So E-Block is Ella, man. We the school on Ella that, you know, everything we do is built around this community. Ella is Greenspoint, man. So and Greenspoint supporters, Acres Home supporters, the whole North Side supporters, 249 supporters, the Hardy boys, you know, they support us, man. Everything that we do over here, man, is community based, man. It's all about the community, man. We want to bring this thing back to the North Side, back to when it was like when it was 19-5A or 21-5A, when you had 3 schools coming out. You had 3 schools coming out of Aldine District going to the playoffs. That's what we want to bring back, because we got some other coaches in the Aldine District that's doing some phenomenal things. But, man, it start with our community, man. Keep leaving our kids in the community and letting our kids come to us, because we breed not the same thing that they doing on the other side. But right here on this North Side, we want to bring it back over here, because that's what it's about, man. That's what it's about, man. And I shout out to all them communities, man, because those communities are the communities that raised me.
Well, thank you guys for joining us. My name is Daniel Pomas, and this is Coach C. This is Houston High School Football in the Huddle with On Clutch. Thanks again.